Hey guys, I'm back. I know y'all missed me, but I want to first say that last week's episode, I freaking loved it. I was like, I'm a fan.
Are you an opener?
I'm an opener.
We knew you'd be crying on your knees.
I was like, wow, it was just so good. So please bring the same energy. Thank you. Well, welcome to episode 27. Okay, guys, 27. Well, welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, you guys, where we have open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney.
I'm Devin.
And I'm Tay.
And I'm Solomon.
And we about to start the good old show. So, Solomon, how was your week?
My week has actually been really good.
You pregnant?
I am not pregnant. My tubes have been tied. But it has been an amazing week. Started with an amazing weekend. Look, yesterday I started watching this show from scratch on Netflix.
I asked you about it.
Everybody's talking about it.
My God.
Give us reviews. I haven't seen it, but everybody's talking about it.
10 stars, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Like So I started yesterday. I'm on my last episode. It's 8 episodes. And like I spent a good bit of yesterday just like bawling.
Is it interracial?
Mm-hmm.
So I should not have mascara on.
No mascara.
Because it's gonna.
And I think it's one of those series that everybody can relate to because it talks about racism. It talks about just finding your passion, finding love. It talks about loss. It talks about.
I don't think I'm ready.
You're not ready.
I wasn't ready.
Like that serious. I don't think I'm ready.
I wasn't ready. But there's so much commentary on it on Instagram, and I was just like, I gotta do it. Yeah. I gotta do it. And then I just started binging, and then like. I'm going to go home and watch the last episode tonight.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I spent almost all of it.
Because I feel like if you cried, then I'm going to be given, like, crying for days.
Yeah.
Because I feel like your emotions, which y'all agree, his emotions are a little more simplified.
Yeah.
So if you were bawling, I can imagine what it's going to mean for us.
Yo, 30 minutes before I got here, I was watching episode 7, and I was just like... Now I gotta see these bitches.
All right,
you know, like how Jocelyn girl said I had 2 abortions. She said double side.
When I saw that, I didn't know whether to laugh or be like, "You right," or to be like, "That's so insensitive." I had like 3 different emotions.
That girl said, "Damn, double."
And I would have hit her in the face.
I would have beat that bitch.
Cause I don't know what I just went through. Like.
It ain't funny, Lord Pickett. They know they be trying to get us. We not laughing at her aborting the babies. We laughing at what she said.
Because she didn't have to say that.
She did.
However, politically, it was a double homicide.
We ain't doing that. Devin, how was your week? You know, the girls like the council these days.
Oh, yeah, right. Your body, your choice. And I stand by that. I had a really good week last week. I had a chill weekend. There was something that I was like, today I'm going to tell everybody on the show, like, this is a part of what I did this weekend. And I can't remember the Halloween party too, but there was something else. I mean, my thing is like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not by any means a celebrity, but you know, I've been to plenty of celebrity things in Atlanta since I've been here. And then with my sister being a celebrity hairstylist, she's always like, oh, come with me here, come with me there. So like when I go, it's like, I don't want to be starstruck to be like, oh my God, you know, so like, I'm just fall
in the lap every now and then.
No, because I want y'all to bring me to the next, you know, celebrity function, the next high profile function. But I did go to Tiana Taylor's party on Saturday. My sister and I looked amazing. Y'all saw the pictures and videos. We looked really good. I was excited. We had a good time. I had on my corset and I'm like, see, this is why I want my BBL, because y'all see the way that my curves are like this and my butt is like this. But
did you get a number that night?
I got a number. I did. But I would rather have had Jacob Lattimore's number. So even I saw Tiana that night, you know, we dancing, whatever, had 2 conversations because my sister does her hair, whatever. So she introduced us. But it was Jacob Lattimore for me. And when I tell y'all, like, he was literally like next to us, and at first he was just like vibing, drinking, doing his thing. And then I'm pretty sure I initiated the conversation, but it was literally like you and I were talking, or you and I were talking, or you and I were talking. Like, even afterwards, my sister was like, I would think y'all knew each other before, because y'all literally were just like talking. And I'm looking at y'all like trying to grab you in case you do too much. But y'all were literally just talking back and forth. And I'm like, we were, but I love him. That's my husband. I even told my mom. I was like, she was like, well, who's Jacob Lattimore?
No, he on Facebook at one point in time. Was following each other.
Okay, so I want you to tell.
But I need you to hop into them DMs. Don't tell nobody.
I did yesterday, but I just put an emoji, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I know he has a girlfriend, right?
And he's still not married.
Wasn't there on Saturday at the party.
You know my rule: not married, don't count.
That's not my rule, but I didn't see the girl.
Mine.
Soraya's his girlfriend.
Who was Soraya?
Soraya from she played Tiana on Empire.
Oh, they're done. They're done.
Y'all got the same body size too. Same body frame. You got a type.
No, I'm his type. Can't reach you. Yes, I'm his type.
I can't.
But anyway, I had a good time that weekend. This weekend I went to the party. Work has been, work. I feel like, with teacher mode, we're getting into the holidays and everything. We get a long Thanksgiving break. We get a long Christmas break. So by this point, it's like we're pushing all the learning. We're excited to see our students, but we're looking forward to taking a long break just to spend time with family and not have to plan, but spend time with family. So looking forward to that. I just got back from the aquarium today. We took my nieces to the aquarium, and I met you guys here like literally after. So we had a good time. This is my second time going to the Georgia Aquarium, and I love everything underwater. Like, I told my nieces today, I'm a mermaid. Like, but I'm dead. I believe in mermaids that are.
Is that why you wore those colors?
Have you seen a purple mermaid? Because I've only seen aqua mermaids. Oh, where were they?
Ursula.
Well, we know I'm not giving Ursula. We can see that. We can all see that.
What is going on?
We can all see that.
I just miss Devin. I ain't had about that.
I was about to say, Rodney must have missed it.
And we anticipated it. We missed you too. We missed you too. As much as I hate to say it.
My week's been really chill. Celebrated my sister's birthday yesterday. We had a good time. Made her dinner and everything. But my week's been chill. Other than today, I got in trouble at work today. Well, actually, they emailed me and told me that I had failed a quality. So they had me listen to the call or whatever. So I listened to it. So I was just like, okay, I'm sitting on the call. So, I emailed their asses back. And I told them, I was like, I said, first of all, they said my tone was flat or whatever. I said my tone is always the same on every call. I've never had an issue. I've never failed a quality score for that.
Can you tell us how you answered the call?
I feel like how he talk now.
I want you to tell us how you answered it. So we can tell you, was it flat, or was it?
Yes, okay. Ring, ring, ring.
Y'all got me kidding me.
No, we ready. Come on.
Ring, ring, ring.
Thank you for calling Lehigh Valley Network. My name is
girl, you
how may I help you?
That's cool. You said it fast.
You could have said Walgreens. They would never knew.
They would have sworn he worked at Walgreens.
He knew he worked, child.
But anyway, so they sent the thing, and like now, like if you have anything lower than like a 75 or whatever, you have to get a write up. So child, I was not going for that because I've never failed a quality before.
That means it's like 75 on one call.
Yes. And
Girl, you know what they're trying to do? Because you didn't take that promotion and you did not move. You should have took that job.
So you can get a write-up over one call?
I got a write-up. So this is what happened, though. So I listened to the call. I sent back my feedback or whatever because the things that they docked me for, I've never been docked before. So I sent it to them, and I sent it to my supervisor, so he sent it over to them. So the QA grader, I guess she called herself being funny, so she sent it to the higher-ups. So 4 different people reviewed the call or whatever, including like the district manager over the company. And they all said my call was perfectly fine.
Good.
So my call and my score got changed. Because I do this every day. Like, come on. I'm like, I was reading the comments and stuff. I'm like, this bitch, she just out for me. Like, I said, she must be out for me because, like, I never failed a quality call. So I had an attitude the whole day until my supervisor called me back or whatever and told me, he's like, well, they listened to your call. He say, and they said that, your call was a really great call or whatever. He say, so they're going to correct your score. I said, okay. Cause
what?
I told my supervisor I had an attitude. I got 100 or whatever. I had an attitude the whole day.
She
like,
wasn't having a bad day.
she had to be because I never felt quality. But she don't even know me.
You'd be surprised.
So the whole day I was dry. My tone probably was flat today because I was pissed.
Girl, don't fuck up your look. Don't fuck up yourself. I didn't sit down.
I was pissed. That's what I was doing though. They was like, so you could chill now because they already knew I was mad. I made it very clear I was upset, very. But at the end
of the day, everything was reconciled.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that. Like at the end of the day, I'm glad to hear that everything is like back in one piece.
But still be looking.
Well, what did you decide about that other job?
Yeah, I didn't take that for a few reasons.
Remember you told us that on the last show.
Yeah, but
I don't understand when it comes to...
I came across a situation that was very important and I did not take that job.
Is it because of something that we know?
It's something that y'all brought to my attention when y'all asked me about the job the first time.
Well, what did we bring to your attention?
About the person who offered me the job.
Well, you know him better than we do, but
because of that, that's why you didn't take it?
No. It's because what happened after that.
So
that's when my business out here. No.
They did something inappropriately.
Yeah. So that was a no-go.
Okay. Well, my week was good. Last week was fun. I did an interview with Set Off ATL, but that'll be the only interview I'm doing. I'm not going to discuss them girls. Let's move on.
And so I can't ask any questions at all.
Okay, you can ask a question.
Overall, if you could say one word, because I know that you don't want to talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
So being that you missed our show to be on,
that's
to
fair.
do your interview,
That's
and
fair.
that was no shade, but that was business because
Yeah.
you had that show going on prior. You were involved. So what would be one word that you could sum up your feelings after leaving that reunion or leaving that production, whatever? What would be one word? And again, you already said no shade, but you kind of wanted to move past it quickly. So what would be one word? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair, and that's a good thing to me because you could leave feeling like I should have said or I should have did.
No, I'm okay.
So yeah. Okay, I like that.
Okay, because when I saw the PSA, I was like, oh shit.
Oh no! I'll address that real quick.
What was the
people kept reaching out to me trying to get me to do interviews because I left, and I don't like to say I'm the star of the show, but clearly, I gives when I get on camera. But no real stuff. They were like trying to ask me stuff. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. Like I left. Whatever I don't care if they said I sucked dick in the back alley, somebody fist me in the parking lot. I don't care. I left and I'm good. I'm good with my decision. I'm happy with my life. I'm good. I just got a Tesla yesterday. Girl, we're good. I'm good.
Right. You're living your life.
Hope they okay too. So
right.
I'm here. They where they are.
Okay.
A damn fool.
Sponsor us. And speaking of sponsors,
so there are two of the four of us that are taking a break from the drinking on this drinking all together, not just on the show, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking all together, and kudos to them. I know there's like this whole like no November thing where you're not drinking. Some of the girls and guys are not nutting, not y'all, but I'm just saying there's like a running thing that's going on right now. And not that y'all are doing that for a month or anything. I was just bringing up like that's something that's relevant that's going on. But Rodney and I, whatever we're not doing for No November, we're definitely saying yes to the liquor. And we are going with our Terramana. So so I know that you guys like the last time you tuned in with us when we had Terramana was probably like 5 or 6, maybe 7 episodes ago when The Rock sent us Terramana. So mind you, we had the conversation after the first bottle, and I just knew that he wasn't sending us anymore because I was talking about sitting on his face and everything, and his white.
Did it work?
We got another bottle, and I'll leave it at that. But we have another bottle. So again, this is Terramana. This is the Rocks Terramana. So it's pretty good. So we like it. I've heard that it's really good, no fillers. Before I tried it, I heard it's the best from a bartender. So it's the best, no fillers. When I drink it, I feel like it's something pretty smooth. You can mix it with anything, whether you want to do a smoothie, like a Bahama Mama, you're feeling breezy, or you want to do something straight up on the rocks. I feel like it's a good choice. Rodney, what do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, let's take a toast.
Take a toast.
Thank you for production for our cups, because we did not have cups tonight.
We back in the hood.
If there's only thing I would say for the Rock, I would say is that when you send us bottles, can you send us cups?
Greedy.
Why is that greedy?
That's not greedy. We need cups, bitch.
And a little chaser in case we don't want to just take shit. Is that too much?
No, my throat be dry.
Your throat does not be dry.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. So on Pillow Talk with Tay today, we're gonna talk about something that's not so exciting. So over Halloween night, a very talented young man lost his life. Very tragic. His name is Takeoff. If you don't know him, he is from the group Migos. And he was, enjoying his Halloween night where he was shot during a dice game, allegedly during a dice game. Altercation stirred up between Quavo, which is another member of Migos. And yeah, he was an innocent bystander, and to my understanding, what's being told is that he was actually shot by one of their people that was there with them, which is even more fucked up, So it really sucks because Takeoff out of the three, he was the most least controversial. You never hear anything bad about him, anyone, trashing him or anything. So it just really sucks that he lost his life for something just, that could have been avoided. And again, we don't know the full story. We only know what's being said, so at the end of the day, I feel Quavo, I know he's taking it really hard because I found out that's his nephew. I didn't even know that. That's his nephew. Yeah. So I know he's taking it really hard. And, condolences, Takeoff's family. And, here we discuss the real things. And, this is something that we definitely wanted to touch on. So, how do y'all feel about it?
I don't know why I'm getting emotional.
I'm getting emotional. You hear my voice?
Because honestly, out of everyone, let me just read that. So out of everyone, he is the least controversial. He's never in the media dogging someone like other people. I'm not saying, but I don't know if he's a good person.
I was about to say I have to stop you because I cannot name one time that Offset and what's the other guy's name? Quavo. I cannot name one time that they've came out of their mouth and said, "You're a bitch. I don't fuck with you. You this and
I have.
Okay, give us one example.
They're not even.
I mean, it's
they're not a group, but
no. But
besides going back and forth with each other,
I've seen Quavo go off, and they got to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
So really quick, my question is that any different than times where you've got up on our platform and expressed opinions that people have came at us or you to say I don't agree? So has it been that serious to be you're just a menace to society, or is it simply I'm not fucking with what you're saying and I'm going to let you know that, which is what we all have done to some degree, I feel.
I would say on social media, as being a social media troll, Takeoff is a level 1 and they're probably 20 and 30. Mm-hmm. Honestly, this is my honest opinion. I could be wrong, but this is what I observe.
I don't know for sure, so I'm just...
So... it sucks. I feel because I was this in my family. I had a lot of little wannabe thugs in my family, and being 18, they get you in a lot of unnecessary bullshit. And because your family, you gonna ride with your family, and you always want to get fucked. And I just feel he probably stood up like everybody else, but didn't start shit. He didn't, just chill it. Something like Solomon, just imagine us being somewhere, we're loud, right? And we talk loud. I don't want you to pass away, but you get what I'm saying? But this something in my defense,
right.
Solomon getting shot.
Right. And you know that he would be the last to have
one,
any ammunition or fuel.
Yeah,
what's going on.
Please not go.
Yeah, I did this.
What we're talking about now?
No, I know. I
just had to compare to be if that makes sense.
Right, and I got that comparison because again, even with us being, first of all, we're not about to go cause a real row ruckus. Unless you put your hands on me or my family, then it's a real ruckus. But other than that, we're not going to do that. But even if we did, out of the 4 of us, Solomon would still be the last one to put up any type of ruckus. So I get your correlation.
Yeah, but that's the nature of tragedy, right?
Right.
And so this conversation isn't just about people who start ruckuses and people who, like, anybody could be a victim.
Right.
And that's what makes this a horrible topic. I mean, we have to talk about this.
Yeah, and it's also not valid because, like, literally I'm watching all of my Facebook followers. Oh, that's crazy how it was on people. Oh, that's crazy how this happened. Oh, that's crazy how this could have been Quavo. Oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh, all 500 of y'all were there. Oh, all 500 of y'all talk directly to a witness that were on that scene. So other than I saw somebody saying, oh, y'all pulling his blood out of his body out of a pool of blood. Other than the people that really saw it, y'all saw it too. You got it on your phone too. You don't. So it's like you're literally like, my thing is, what is the infatuation with society saying, okay, this happened and now I'm pulling all the facts and I'm spitting on the facts. They're not facts unless you were there, because we haven't talked to Offset and Quavo. Quavo was there. Did Quavo post?
He hasn't said.
We didn't hear anybody say, I just talked to Quavo, or I was right next to Quavo, I was right next to Offset, I was right next to Takeoff, and this is what happened. We didn't see that. So it's like everybody's literally saying, oh, I saw this. Okay, this is my opinion. This is a fact. And then I'm inserting my opinion with the fact. No, how? And it's like, oh, I knew it was his own people. Girl, you don't got your own people. How you know it's his own people?
What's sad to me and what is very disturbing is posting somebody literally bleeding and I do not understand the fucking infatuation with posting a dead fucking body. That irks my nerve. Y'all, somebody do that if I don't want to die. But please beat that bitch ass, because I don't do that to me.
We've been in a group chat and there's videos that some of us, not me, but have sent that's explicit, and we've talked about it, and I'm like, and y'all like we're going back and forth in the group chat, and I'm like, I didn't even watch the video. Because I can't, but I know the topic. And same thing, even with, like, I'm not going to watch the video. I'm not, let alone share it. I'm not going to watch it. Mm-hmm. If I know what's going to happen, I'm praying for your family and your loved ones, and I'm praying it's not happening to me and my family.
But I think that's a problem of American society. We have become desensitized to violence. And so every time you turn around, there's someone recording. They're pulling out their video cameras to record a fight. And you don't know what the outcome of that fight is going to be. Like, you could be amused that people are fighting, but then it could turn left and then someone could die.
Right.
And then you also have these individuals who actually die, and you have the nerve to pull out a phone.
Yeah.
Like, prior to this technological age, if there's this good Samaritan law, like if someone is hurt, if someone is in danger, if someone is in the threat of losing their life, like, you can actually help. And if you do something wrong, you're protected by this good Samaritan law. But nowadays, you don't see people jumping in to help. And that's a big problem.
They literally recording you, like, dying.
Right. But then when you say that, I'm like, well, if I were at an event and that was going down, I'm definitely not gonna. If y'all fighting, I might pull out my phone. I don't know. Like, it's not me fighting.
If you fight, I'm leaving.
9 out of 10. If it's that type of, I'm not gonna say that type because I wasn't there.
It's gonna go.
So that's me again putting myself in the situation of being where Takeoff and Quavo were, by me saying if it were that situation. I don't know what the situation was. I know what I heard, but I don't know what it was. But if I were in like a super dangerous situation, when things are, even when they get to shoving in the doors, okay, let's go, because y'all getting to shoving and stuff. We're not about to start fighting, and like, I'm not doing all that. My face is not getting messed up. But, you know, it's like you never know what you'll do, but I don't see myself ever recording, especially when it's like malice that's going down. Like, people are getting hurt, like y'all are fighting, it's getting rowdy. And today is 2022, so it's not like people just fight and then y'all fight, y'all go home. Y'all fight, y'all wait for people to car. Mm-hmm. Y'all fight, y'all got knives. Y'all fight, y'all got guns. Like, it's not over.
You come back the next day.
Thank you. It's not over. So it's like, I just don't see myself recording that type of thing. Like,
even when it came down to, I don't know. I hope I never been in a situation where I feel like a police is literally doing something wrong. Because I know I will probably push police like, you're doing fucking too much.
Right.
Like, your knees on this motherfucking, like, I could sit there and be like, oh my God, help him. No, get the police off of him. Like, I'll
probably get arrested too because I can't watch somebody kill you. I can't.
Yeah.
So if I do happen to get arrested or God forbid worse by helping you and you're and they're in the wrong, I have to help you because I can't stand that. But I feel like in my deepest of hearts, like I would never. God will always protect me if I'm trying to help someone else. That's how I feel. And other people may have felt that way, but that's how I feel. I feel that I'll be fine, and even if I won't, God forbid, but
it's disgusting.
We're not doing that.
It's just so disgusting. Even within the community, you see people stabbing each other over shit that don't even matter. Like even right now with this show, people rah-rah-rahing about stuff. Like, girl, I see you on the streets 50,000 times. Like, what are you doing? Like, literally, I just saw you pass cheese last week.
Are you talking about
the show? Like, you know how people get on, like, the show.
I wasn't going to say the person's name, but
yeah, no.
That person, have you seen them?
Who?
The person that one of us know on An Edition. Remember we were just talking about in the group chat?
Oh, you talking about what happened last night?
I'm so confused.
All right, well,
when you was being hard-headed, going back and forth with somebody on the social media.
Oh no! I know.
Okay.
No. This was just like it's just like how. Just imagine me getting fight with somebody because they said something about me in the green screen, and like you don't know what this person might do. Like I can shoot you, you can shoot me. Oh, what you said in the green screen on the show that what we supposed to do? You get what I'm saying? Like people lose their life over senseless, stupid shit like that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's all the time. Like I don't. Unless you've killed somebody in my family, and this is probably wrong, if you kill somebody in my family, you deserve to die. But if you have not murdered somebody, not even just my family, to make it personal, but I mean, if you murdered somebody, and again, I'm not the judge. We talked about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I said I can't, heaven or hell, like I don't know where he went. And I can't say because you kill people, you went to hell. In my personal opinion, if you're choosing to be like, I'm God and I'm gonna take your life, I feel like you deserve to die.
No, I have a gun. And I always say, if I have to use my gun, I'm gonna shoot you in your kneecap.
Because there's bad.
Unless you're trying to like kill me, I'm not gonna shoot to kill you. I'm gonna shoot to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, my first shot gonna be like try to shoot you in your head or like shoot you in your chest.
Right.
I'm gonna try at least, I'm gonna aim for your leg. Now what I hit. But but like
just to stop you and slow you.
Yeah, I'm not going to just try to kill you
unless
you like I feel like my life is in danger.
Right.
And that's the reason I don't like having a gun because I know my temper is bad. And I pray about that. I say, God, if I ever have to draw this gun, please make sure I'm drawing it for a right, legit reason.
Do you not feel like you would be like a little shaky or scary?
Oh no, I shoot guns.
What about y'all? Do y'all feel like if the moment, like, granted, like, you're like, okay, I got my gun for my safety for the right reasons. I only pull it out if I need it.
Mm-hmm.
But if y'all did need it, do y'all feel like it would be like, you know, a little bit of a freeze up, shaky moment? Or y'all feel like y'all be like...
Some of us are trained differently. And so some of us are trained to shoot in the kneecap. Some of us are trained for stopping power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you say trained, I know you're not in the military or Boy Scouts. So who trained you? So who trained you?
Not be a Boy Scout.
They don't train to shoot in a boy. I was a Boy Scout. We did not train to shoot. We did like camping and like
Boy Scout.
Girl, this was legit Boy Scouts. My dad, my grandfather, but
oh, okay. You want to play with the little boys?
No. I was one of the little boys. I was about to say, but I was one of the little boys, so they would have been trying to play with me. I was one of the little.
Hold on, no, no, we're not gonna have that.
I'm just speaking,
but to answer your question, I grew up in a military family, and so 90, 95, maybe even 99% of my family are military or government.
You never told us that.
Oh, well.
Okay.
There it is. And so like almost everybody that I know knows how to handle a gun.
Okay.
And so That's just, and that's another thing. Like, you don't know who you're fucking with. And so you can go out and you can fight with somebody. You don't know what they're trained to use.
What's in the car?
You don't know what's in the car. You don't know what's on their person.
Yeah, I don't want to find out.
Y'all know what my grandma said?
I don't want to find
She said, don't be mad at the person who puts some. She said, you can't fight with your hand. They put out a sock with bricks. Don't be mad. They just out somebody show ass.
See, my grandma was from the country.
But she said, baby, don't matter what. She said, you got to fight to win.
Yeah, if you're going to fight to win. My grandma.
I don't agree with that, though.
My grandma said, don't beat your horn at people when they cut you off because they might have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, we from a small town because we come to Atlanta. You cut me off. Yeah, you probably do have a gun because your license carry, but it's Atlanta. So,
girl, I have seen people be shot up. Honestly, I'm on a case right now. It's a total loss because of a person shooting somebody up.
Qualified case.
Can't say too much, but
well,
you're closely connected to a
law versus like a law case. Or a criminal insurance
case. Like, because this person allegedly blew their horn at this person. He just came by.
So who's filing insurance? The shooter or the other person?
The other person. Both. I mean,
that should be cut and dry, right? You shot
a lot. I mean, so when it comes to that, you have to separate.
Not
people.
In this particular case, but in general.
Yeah, you separate people. You it's a lot. It's
okay.
Today was hard.
So it's not that cut and dry.
It's not that cut and dry.
Wow.
So even if somebody's shooting in my car.
So just say like you rear-ended me, right? And I got out of my car and shot you. You wrong for the accident because you hit my car. Okay. I'm wrong for killing you. That's two different laws. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
If that makes sense.
It does make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not fair, but it doesn't make sense.
Law is not fair. How you feel, Tay?
Well, I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun because of my temper as well. That's why I don't have one.
Okay, let you honest.
That's the reason I have one.
Yeah, I have a very bad temper. Because of when, like, if I'm upset, anything I do is to hurt you. So.
Oh, that's honest.
Yeah, so it's good that I don't have one. My mom carries one, which is a shock to me, but she has one, for her protection. Which I'm happy that she does have one,
Yeah, new to Atlanta.
Yeah, she's new to Atlanta. She's a woman.
Her and Taylor are like a lot. I feel like there's a good chance that his mom will shoot because you're pissing her off.
Well, she got it for her husband, so, she's protecting herself. Yeah, she probably will shoot, but I'm glad she has it so she can protect herself. Right. I really don't want a gun in my household because I've just seen too many freak accidents happen, like too many. Like, just like for instance, where the girl was working, she was on live working, and her son shot her in the back of the head. Like, he got a hold to her gun and shot her in the back of the head.
It was on Zoom or something like that.
Yes. I remember that. Like, it's just too many freak accidents. Too much can happen, with a gun in the house. I understand it's for protection, but I just don't feel like
I feel like it's one of those things where it's just
damn
like
if you do,
car.
damn if you don't.
You can't live with the car. You can't live without a car.
Right.
With the car, there's gas every day, especially if you have a luxury like some people. Then you have to get the higher gas. Your insurance may be higher. If something happens to your car, it's going to be more expensive to fix. You know what I mean? But if you don't have a car, then you got to catch the bus or worry about a ride. So I feel like it's a catch-22. I feel like same thing with guns.
Yeah.
But have it put up. Should nobody be able to know what a gun is in your house?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
But I feel like even if somebody came from my life and I shot them in self-defense, I would still never live normal. I would still feel like I killed somebody. Like, it wouldn't be, it was protecting me. It would be like I killed
breaking
somebody.
my house.
I'm just saying for me, that's
I agree with Devin. I think, like, once that happens, like, once you take a life, I think you're forever changed.
Right. Like, I've removed you from this world. Regardless, that was my choice. Like, I did that. God didn't do that. I did that.
And see, that's why I don't want a gun. Because, bitch, I know I would do it.
No,
I would do it. I would go to counseling and I would move on.
I know I'm a sweetheart, so don't play. So if you're playing, I gotta shoot. Don't play.
Let me say this: if you work in my house and you don't have nothing on you,
How do you know? How do you know there's not more than? How do you know there's not more than one? Because the one could distract while the other one's coming up and take you and your family out.
I'm
So
to pray to God. I had to say, God, forgive me.
Right, and you're gonna shoot. That's
I'm shooting.
Thank you, and that's and all of us. I feel like.
But I think, and there is a level of responsibility. So if any of you do have a firearm, if you have any kind of weapon, I think that it is important to get some sort of training.
I agree.
To operate this weapon. There are classes that you can take, like defensive gun safety classes, defensive classes that will teach you what to do in an emergency. And at the same time, I think that there is a level of responsibility that everybody has to have. So when I do evaluations, and I do alcohol and drug evaluations for individuals out there, and some of these individuals may not use drugs, but they use drugs, if that makes sense. And so when you live a lifestyle where you use drugs a particular way, sometimes you have to have that kind of protection on you, right?
Because of what comes with that type
because of what comes with that lifestyle. But at the same time, people don't realize that now it's kind of premeditated.
And so you don't want to say you put yourself in the situation, but it is premeditated. So you never want to say like you put yourself in the situation.
Like you literally thought about picking this up to use against somebody in the case of, like, that's a conversation.
I don't know. I'm not going to false jury and somebody shot somebody for trying to break and they broke in the house.
But that's different. Like this is living a lifestyle in which you are making high risk choices versus you being in your house and you just living your life in your house.
I feel like, even for only fanboys, I know this one boy said he has to go when he collab with people because you don't never know who you're meeting.
He said that on his OnlyFans.
Yeah, on his Twitter, he said, "I have a gun for my protection," and I agree with that. Like, you don't know what these people might do to you.
Is his OnlyFans
You be reading stuff on people's Twitter?
Is his OnlyFans good?
Oh.
Yeah, Twitter.
Is his OnlyFans
I just be looking at their videos.
Oh, I read tweets.
Devin. I don't have time.
And then you look at the content. Was his OnlyFans good?
It's good.
Oh, okay. I
don't subscribe. His Twitter is good.
About to say that, you mentioned OnlyFans. So
he has an OnlyFans, and he said he go collab with people. He has a gun.
So you haven't seen it.
Okay, that's the end of Pillow Talk with Tay.
And moving right on.
And as we are moving along, we are going to continue the conversation because the menage a trois today is going to be about gun violence. And so gun violence is a plague in America. And we have had many debates, not here on this show, but we've had many debates nationally about the importance of gun violence. We have had debates about why gun violence doesn't take precedence over abortion rights let me just say reproductive rights, over sexuality, over anything. Like, this is a debate that people continue to struggle with. Mm-hmm. And, we when Rodney introduces the show, he talks about how we talk about topics related to the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. This is one of those and beyond moments because this is a national plague. And were you going to say something?
If you're done.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I know you're not done, mm-hmm. But if this is a good point to interject. Yeah. But I would like to relate it to, think about, like, whether that's us or other people or somebody that we know is, like, so rich and so well off. It's like, money's not my forefront, but I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm good any hood. I'm good anywhere I go. No matter how much it costs, I'm good. Whether what we got to do, I'm good. So I think about when I'm looking at people and it's like, you literally have a gun this big on you and you walk to the store. And I'm like, the gun probably costs as much as the down payment for a car, but you feel like you're good. You feel like nobody could touch you or your family because look what I got. And I feel like that's kind of like the running thing. Like, look what I got. Like, I don't have to, in Maryland, you can't even have a gun on you. In Georgia, you walk everywhere, and it's not that you got something to protect you on your hip. You got some of y'all have something big enough to knock out a whole block on your hip. And my whole thing is, you're not going to be in a situation where you have to knock out a whole block, but you feel comfortable in making a statement to say, look what I got, don't even play with me. So it makes me, I can walk to the store without a car, but with a $1,500 gun on my shoulder, because it's like, who's gonna try me? You know, so I just feel like I'm looking at it like people feel like it's such a prized possession of don't play with me or my family because look what I got. When some of us are like, okay, I went and got my degree out of anybody that didn't go to college in my family to get what I got. Or I went and got a car that nobody in my family had a car to get what I got. You know what I mean? Like certain things that people do to be like, this is what I'm doing that nobody has. But I feel like a gun is the same way. Look at me with this big ass gun. So whoever needs protection, I got you. Like nobody's going to play. And it's like, yeah, protect, because everybody should protect, but it's like that's the focus. Like protect them what? Like protect you from what? Like if somebody were to rob you, what would they take?
And so that's the question. So at what cost? And so you're talking about this prized possession. This year alone, there have been 40 school shootings. Last year there was 35. The year before that there was 10, and then in 2019 and 2018, both years 24. And so, you know, I'm an educator.
Babies.
You're an educator. Exactly. And I have countless friends who are educators. I have countless family members who are educators, the ones who didn't go into the military.
Right.
But the thing is, like, it is insane that you have to go to your job and participate in an active shooter drill.
You know what more is saying to me, though? This is how I feel. I don't know how I could be a teacher and be responsible for, like, children and not have a gun to protect them. To me, that is insane. That is so insane to me. At least someone in the school can come out and protect them. Like how a person's walking to school and he know he can shoot anybody because he know he's unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like start having people there, like they can at least do something.
So they have. Well.
No. Go ahead.
I know that a lot of schools have safety resource officers. I think that's what they may be called. Oh my God, you just rolled your eyes, so you probably don't have one at your school. Now I'm gonna wear you more.
I got a nice officer.
But I know a lot of schools have safety resource officers. But the only problem with that is like you have someone who comes to school and they have a gun, and then you have multiple people who have guns, and now you have a shootout. And so, you know, you have stray bullets everywhere.
But on the flip side, if you had more people there, there could have been...
Thank you. I would say I'm caught in between because I feel like how we talk about, oh, we're going to have a gun on us. We're going to protect our house. We're going to protect our stuff. We're going to protect us. And I know a lot of teachers, not only the ones that work with me, mm-hmm. but some of the ones, and I say that comfortably, some of the ones that work with me, we feel like those are our kids because they're in our care. Right. And they're in our care almost as much or more than they're in their parents' care. You're with us from 7:45 to 4:30 every single weekday of the year except holidays and summer times. So you're with us. And with my kids, y'all are my kids. A lot of my kids, I'll be late to work. They'll be popping up to my assistant principal. I ain't going to class till Unc comes in. Uncle, as in Unc. Mm-hmm. No, go to class because I'm late. But still, it's like, you know, like y'all are my kids. Like I really take pride in y'all because I take pride in y'all and y'all take pride in me. So it's like if something does happen, I would love to be able to protect y'all the same way that I would protect my nieces and my nephews.
Exactly.
I don't have kids, but closest to it would be my nieces and nephews. So I would love to protect y'all the same way because y'all are coming into our territory. So I agree with you that we need to protect, but I agree with you it's going to be like certain people, I can't wait to just get to shoot. And if somebody comes, what happens when one kid is scared and they just pop up? Then a kid is shot. And now it's a crossfire.
So I want to say, just for the record, you can agree with me or not. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I think the conversation needs to be heard from all angles.
But that has been, and being in the school system, that has been the thing. A lot of people have said, oh, simple solution. Let's just go ahead and have the teachers armed, the ones that want to be armed. But then the rebuttal or the devil's advocate has been, okay, what happens when, you know, a 7th grader comes in and you didn't lock your drawer, so they just go in your drawer. Then what happens? What happens when you get in a shootout and now you shooting students, the other person's shooting students? What happens?
But I do know that if I were a parent, and y'all let us know, like if I were a parent, I would be grateful if the teacher had the ability to protect my child.
Cause I would, if it was my household, I would shoot in my household.
I agree.
I would trust that y'all are hiring teachers that are not going to get trigger happy.
Or get these Blue Lives Matter people out there and get in the damn school.
But I think that's another. Right. I think that's another important conversation because I don't think everybody should just have a weapon.
Exactly.
And so, if you are going to hire someone into the schools, and we know that schools are targets. Have you had gun safety?
But how do you determine?
Their certificates. And
no, but I like Tay and I both just said that we would probably be, correct me if I'm wrong, we might be a little more trigger happy. Not because we want to shoot, but our patience may be a little bit thinner to say I feel not feared, but I feel like you doing me too wrong and you too close and doing too much. I need to shoot you.
No.
So my thing is, how do you we could easily go through the gun safety violence training, but we're still going to feel like we can still be a little trigger happy. So how do you determine
But at least if I'm a principal, at least I can say that I hired someone with education. Someone who has been educated, trained, and skilled to operate this weapon.
I'll put police officers in the school.
And that's another
I mean, they Blue Lives Matter, right?
Certain districts, and I will say certain districts have said, this is like being a general educator. Mm-hmm. Certain districts have said that in Atlanta, they've stopped having, they're called resource officers, mm-hmm. which are real police officers, but they're called resource officers. So the running thing right now for Atlanta is we're not doing a bunch of resource officers because typically they're Black males. And we don't want them to feel like these are the only jobs that we have for Black males. That has come from Atlanta public schools for sure.
I mean, Atlanta's a Black city,
and it is. And I kind of get it. But I feel like they're like, we don't want it to be like every school in Atlanta has a Black resource officer, you know. And I get that because it's
that doesn't make any logical sense to me. If that's a job, that's a job. That's like saying everyone who work, and this might be biased, but majority of people who work in fast food are Black people. That's the truth. So should they not work because they Black? I mean, I'm wrong for saying that.
You're not wrong. I was just thinking about the last fast food.
But to get back on track, so we've been talking a lot about school shootings. We've been talking about the school violence, but this is a national thing. This is not just confined to the walls of schoolhouses. Right. And so evidence-based. So actually, let me go back. So the numbers that I gave you guys before came from edweek.org. And those were published on October 31st, just last month. And so when we talk about all causes of death, all causes of violence, gun violence, 37,000 people.
Wow.
Per day or?
That is,
per day.
I think this year. And this was published today.
Wow.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I moved to Chicago in the 7th grade. So my dad's house from Chicago. And when I tell y'all, people dying out there was not a shock. They was used to a little railroad getting shot on the corner because that's how bad it was. Mm. Like, I had a cousin who died almost every other week. And it was like normal.
Wild.
Like, you'd be surprised.
But that should not be a norm. And even with our culture, that's a norm. Like when people, like even today, because everybody's an expert, but everybody's like, oh, another rapper. And yeah, love them to death, but guess what? I'll never be a rapper. I'm going to convince my kids to not be a rapper. And it's like, I feel like there's a little bit of ignorance in it, as in not knowing, but at the same time, a lot of rappers
bring it back to the Bible. When you rap about that gangster shit and you rap about killing people.
No, I can't say that because that almost sounds like
the power of the sword. The tongue is powerful.
No, because the power of the tongue.
I'm about to shoot you dead, nigga. I'm gonna kill you. They have all that in the rap music.
But the power of the tongue is normally, oh, you know what? I'm dead ass tired, or I'm like, I'm so broke, or I'm so, the power of the tongue is like speaking those things on yourself. So I feel like when rappers are dying, like you're talking about you killed people, not you got killed. I'm not saying
it makes it right, but even that song that went viral where everybody was like riding around the block. Have you ever listen to the lyrics he was saying.
But they're not writing themselves on the block.
But I'm just saying, have you listened? Have you like sat down and read this person really talking about killing people and everybody like?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I ain't never heard.
You know that song?
I think I heard Ride on the Block.
Yeah,
I know the dance.
that was Let's Cook. Yeah, that song. Like them lyrics are not nice. He's not saying nice things.
But nobody has ever talked about themselves dying. Most of the part, it's like I'm killing you.
But I mean, if you're talking about kill, you know somebody gonna kill you.
Gets killed. Okay.
Like you get what I'm saying?
It's fair. I just want to go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, yes, please go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, to my understanding, though, I know they are they just trying to pass like a law where they're not able to rap about gun violence or actually killing people.
I think they were saying you can't be prosecuted for your lyrics, which I think is fair because
No, I don't.
I think because a lot of people cap. So a lot of it's like, oh yeah, I have been through this, I've done it. But a lot of people have cap. Like
That's
I got
how
out the
feel.
mud.
Don't
I
rap
know
about shit you ain't about. Because if I was a district
That
attorney
too.
and you said you got 14 bodies buried in your backyard, I'm going to your backyard
But this
look for
is the
14
thing.
goddamn
But
bodies.
this is the thing. If I love,
I'll be like this in the backyard. What you said? 14?
I love R&B. So the minute I get to recording my album and my tracks, I'm going to sing about anything that I feel like people could relate to. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, bitch, I know you didn't go through that. You can't sing about that. Who are you to sing about that? Who are you to tell me I'm trying
But why
to
is
sing
rap only supposed to be derogatory and evil? Why is rap supposed to be killing people? And,
normally it is.
I mean,
Normally
rap
it
shouldn't
is.
be like that though. Like,
yeah, I agree.
And
I'm
it
just
isn't
saying
always,
that.
but I think that's what people tune to.
Right.
And I think at the same time, like when you tune to certain things, like all rap isn't bad.
yeah, all rap is not
Yeah.
bad.
LL Cool J was rapping back in the day, and he was talking about making love to a woman. You had, and so I mean, we have hip hop, we have rap. There's a distinction, right? And so rap music hip hop hasn't always been about violence. It's been about people communicating what they witness in their communities.
Yeah.
And again, now there are some individuals who witness a lot of violence, and I get that. And I think a lot of people relate to that. But at the same time, like, I don't know shit about that. And so I'm not going to be in my car just bumping shit like that and just being like, yeah, like, I'm not going to be. It had to be.
Girl, dude, about to make me wear him out on this good old show today.
I have a question for the group.
Mm-hmm.
So, Laura, he done threw me off with that.
I know.
Never mind.
So,
your ass wet.
Yeah.
damn it. What was I about to ask? It was a good question. Repeat what you were just saying a little bit. What were you talking about?
I wouldn't be in my car just bumping 14 bodies in my backyard. Like I'm not about that life. And
Because, I don't know.
no,
I've never buried 14 bodies, but if it's a lit song that's the right beat, I'm definitely going to be like...
I can see it.
I can see that.
Talking about shooting baby and kids, you're going to be... That ain't funny, Lord.
It's not.
Well, not that type of shooting, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
What happened?
He needs to clean up his mess. But did you ever come back to your question?
I had a good question for the group, and I cannot, and I hate when this happens because it was a good question, and I don't remember what you talking about. People not being prosecuted.
No, that was him.
That was me, actually.
Maybe that was you.
You're talking about
Yes,
not growing up listening to that and all that stuff. I forgot.
And then we were like, if people are going to have guns, they're going to have them, and they're going to use them the way they want to. And none of that's still there.
Well, hopefully it'll come back.
Well, maybe we're going to go ahead and read the letter.
Is it tough?
Hopefully it's... Production gave us a 10 count, like probably 13 minutes ago.
For real?
Yes.
They did. Like,
Why ain't nobody say nothing?
I did.
because they showed us. He showed us. I thought we all saw
Oh.
Production's in front of the.
I mean,
all
we're
of us.
facing this way.
We got 7 minutes.
So I can see y'all probably saying we were sitting right there.
No, because even when I was to the far Right. I saw a production.
Bitch, just read the letter. Shit.
Well, before we read the letter, so we talked a lot about school shootings. We talked about a lot about just violence in the street. But that 37,000 number encapsulates all violence, and so that's violent by cop, suicide, all kinds of gun violence. And so, I just want to point out that our conversation today was very limited, even though it's a big conversation and it's a lot to tackle in just 45 minutes. And so there's much more of a conversation to have. But again, it is a very tragic conversation, but it's a necessary conversation.
Yeah, and it's not enough. Just really quick, because again, we all feel like, okay, I'm gonna protect. But there's a difference between you're protecting when you have to and you want to shoot. And I feel like it's a fine line. And sometimes you don't have enough time to react. I've never been in that situation, but I would imagine sometimes you don't have enough time. Oh, should I shoot? Not shoot. Like, you don't know. Like, maybe you're about to get shot, so maybe you have to shoot back. I don't know. But I feel like it's just something that is so heavy on everybody. So I agree with you to say
Praying
that.
for the people.
Yeah.
Girl, we praying, doing outreach, everything. But so to everybody's favorite segment of the show, Left on Red. So tonight's letter reads, Dear Podcast.
Good. Terramana and got to Devin.
Terramana didn't get to me, the letter did. So I'm going to just read it word for word so y'all know it wasn't Terramana. It says, Dear Podcast, Dear Open Relationship Podcast. 2 times. I'm a bisexual woman. I have been with my boyfriend for the past 5 years. My boyfriend never minded me having sex with my female friends because he thought it was sexy. Hell, he would even join. Well, one day I heard my man's phone making a ding ding noise. I didn't pay any mind at first, but on this particular day, it went off 8 times in a row. I had my man's phone number and I have seen that he was meeting up with someone. Then I installed a spyware app on his phone. I lied to my man and told him I was going out of town, and his dumbass fell for it. Next thing I know, he had the bitch coming over to our house the next day. Then I opened the door, of course. I saw my man on all fours getting dick down. I ran out of the house screaming in an uproar, and I broke up with his gay ass. Am I wrong for leaving?
Oh, that is...
I'm going to start and say that you're not wrong for leaving, only because you had an understanding. And I feel like this kind of hits the home, because if you say you're a top, be a top. Y'all know what that means. If you're a bottom, be a fucking bottom. Do not come around talking about call you daddy, this and that. And you open your legs wide as hell. No, call you daddy for what?
Is it dad mom?
Is it what?
Dad mom?
What's that mean?
Dad mom.
Basically, like, that's nasty. So I say, like,
nasty.
Just be true, because be true to your, like, if you know, like, that you.
What's wrong with? I mean, even though she's a woman, I get what you're saying, but you know, I ain't gonna go down the rabbit hole. What's your okay?
Be honest. Like, if you be honest, let me know that, okay, I might want a little, now and then. Then if the person agrees with that, then okay, cool. But there are some of us to where it's like, hey, let's establish. I don't think that's gross that you want to be a bottom, but I'm never going to top you.
But you know, she's a woman, right?
She is. But again, you're looking for certain things, and now he's looking for something. You saw him all fours getting dicked.
Okay.
So it's like, he should have told you he kind of want a little dick.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Kaya said, how you feel, Tay?
Wait, hold on. So he's getting down by a woman?
A man.
Okay. I just make sure.
But do we know that?
We don't know that.
Right.
He's getting paid.
Well, from what I understood, it was a man. Because what about? Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
I would agree with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, she said gay ass.
Oh, yeah, she just said it. Okay.
Well, a lot of
If
women.
a guy liked the dildo, she would still call him gay.
Yeah, if a guy liked the dildo, she probably would call it that.
But he is gay. If he likes the dildo, he's gay.
That's debatable, but go.
It's debatable all night. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Okay. So I mean, I guess I agree with her when her leaving, because either way it go, whether it was a man or woman, he still cheated. There was not an understanding that they had of him stepping out. she said they had agreement with her sleeping with other women. They never had any other kind of agreement. To my understanding from what we read. You know, if it's more, send us another letter and explain that. But cheating is cheating. And y'all know I don't condone cheating, so I'm all for it. Like, you left him cool. He cheated.
I feel like this. You bisexual, and now you make your man like a little dick every now and then. I mean, he's bisexual. What the fuck is the problem?
Right.
Like, I don't get the problem. What? You like pussy, he like dick every now and then. Hell, y'all can have a good old time.
The problem is it wasn't discussed. It wasn't arranged.
Are you mad because you was getting fucked? Like, if he was the top, would it be an issue?
I think it's because I'm a bottom, so I feel like I can relate to her because if my man ever wants dick, I'm not giving you dick. So you're gonna go get dick. So so I guess I can relate so much for her.
So I actually agree with Rodney.
Surprisingly.
I know. So I agree with Rodney because at the end of the day, like, I think it's interesting how women have more latitude to explore their sexuality. Mm-hmm. And then in this relationship, she has the nerve to judge him and be like his gay ass when you over here
scissoring with your best friend in the dressing room.
So like, and then I think she should leave anyway because number one, she a gay ass, dumb ass, installing spyware. Like that's not a relationship.
Wait, when did she install? Oh my God. She does say then I installed the spyware.
But tell the people they can send letters because some of them got closed out.
All right, so really quick, we've been going a lot tonight. We thank you guys, but if you want to send in a letter, even if it's feedback, word of advice, whatever you want to give, we will definitely bring it up for on the show because we love our openers. So definitely send us something at openrelationship podcast. Openrelationship at gmail.com. One more time, that's openrelationship at gmail.com. And we look forward to hearing from you guys and girls.
We do. So, thank you for coming and joining the four of us as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
Oh my God, that's the best you ever done that.
Look,
that's the best you've ever done.
Look, these two cards. These two cards.
Because I'm like, this place only 5 words.
Look, and you be fucking up the intro.
These two cards.
It's only episode 27. The girls will be getting it right. Who cares? Like,